isms. So, French Fry Girl should be worried because Chantal was threatening to sue again. Shadowed that she might have returned to Canada to handle some other business, and she would handle that while she was there. I would be terrified if I was French Fry Girl. So terrified. This is the woman who couldn't even make a vet appointment, and she's going to coordinate a multi-person lawsuit because she felt duped about her cat being given to somebody else. By her to somebody else. But she couldn't tell you who because the selfish bitch wouldn't even walk down the stairs to go say bye. She handed it to Pete's. Again, many reasons we can't follow through with our commitments. So. And Chantal doesn't have much tolerance for distress or discomfort. If something isn't exactly the way she wants to eat it, she's not going to eat it. If it's not the right temperature, she's not going to eat it. So you would think someone as large as her would be much more picky, or would be much less picky. But actually, some of the more morbidly obese people I know are rather picky about their food. And, like other folks who deal with addiction, can get pretty nasty if they don't get what they want. How many people think that they've probably fought about food a couple times already? I'm sure he was fine with her coming over, but she farted out a bunch of promises initially that she was I'm gonna go to the gym and lose weight, and it'll be great, and I'll be going to the beach, and we'll be travel beezing. If you're too fat for a plane, you gotta do something. Because now you can't even get out of there in a hurry if you need to. There's no shame in buying 2 plane seats if you need them, but if you don't like that you need them, or that you're cutting it close to needing them, whose job is it to change the shape of Chantal's body? Yours? Mine? A pill? Some Ozempic? No, it comes down to Chantal and what she chooses to do. At this point, she's had more resources and opportunities and access to treatment over the years that most people don't give a shit how she feels, or that she probably can't handle all of her ADLs maybe on her own, because she was always such a nasty, self-centered person that her discomfort brings people pleasure. We've heard of Schadenfreude. You know, it's the same sort of thing. It was his hard-earned money to try to buy her food that would support her health. And then either she ordered it without him, or he came to reason of, look, I don't love you so much that $250 isn't worth risking your health to me. So if you really love me, Chantal, really, really love me, you'll go on there, eat yourself half to death, and give me the cash. So, I don't know. And she wants privacy. Okay. And where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? He's out with the boys. Thailand, from what I understand, has a very, very active sex scene. So, I'm sure he'll text you. But at any rate, this week we're going to... But she's sitting there, not a lot of people around, but it was the old eyes darting. Remember the outhouse? Or going for Burger King and then sitting in the parking lot, full face of makeup, looking all over the place to see who's looking and who's watching. She's out proud and doesn't care, but hawks like she's ashamed of what she's engaging in. So when she's sitting there with Sala eating, and there's people, you know, not a lot of people, because they go everywhere when it's closed. She's afraid of people, and they want to be able to film, and they're weird. They're weird. She likes getting attention, but standing out doesn't really, like, I think she probably feels like people are staring, because they are staring. It's a spectacle. She's 4 times the size of a normal woman. So I think people are going to stare. That shouldn't be unexpected. Is it rude? Is it cruel? I don't know. Bottom line, it shouldn't be unexpected. And to act shocked would be kind of stupid as well.
Hi guys, and welcome to Taylor Talk. So today I'll be reviewing what I was supposed to review yesterday. Review their first recent vlog, but I think it's a pre-recorded vlog, and it is the Couple Bangkok vlog. Right, I'm going to insert different clips from Sansa Cooks, because she basically spills the tea that this is basically a compilation of pre-recorded clips and that were taken from different days. So let's take a look.
in the elevator. Salah is finishing up some things in the room, and I'm like, I need to go get.
Okay, so there were a lot of people saying that they don't even share the same room, and that she comes down to meet him. They call each other from separate rooms and basically say, "I'll meet you here."
Coffee before the taxi gets here, so I cannot.
Notice that in the morning, when is the last time we've seen them together in the morning? It would make sense why we rarely hear him in the hotel, because he's not in the same room as she is. Or the apartment place, wherever.
Without coffee today. It's humid. 90% humidity today. Yellow.
90% humidity, but yet she's still dressed in a huge abaya, her clothing underneath, and a hijab. Like, for no reason other than to hide the double chins. Her hand just looks so swollen. It looks so painful. There we go. There's Winter Husband. He looks freshly showered, freshly changed. He probably showered alone, probably changed alone without Foodie taking sneaky peeks through the door because they live apart.
We found a store with some Halloween stuff, which makes me sad because I kind of miss Halloween.
Foodie can still celebrate it. She breaks every other rule in Islamic culture, so why doesn't she just celebrate Halloween? Like, she talks shit about people's dead parents, she smokes, she excessively overeats. Go on, celebrate Halloween. Where's the harm? It's actually a lot less harmless than the other stuff that you've been doing, so...
Anyway, we ended up at a mall after getting our coffee, and we decided on having lunch here. Now, there weren't very many halal options, but it was nice seeing that.
So I'll just insert that Sansa basically said that there's another place right near here that is like a proper halal place.
Kareem Roti Mataba is the restaurant I'm talking about, and this is where they could have had a really good halal lunch. It's right across the street from the park, and just the word roti in the title made me think that that was somewhere they could eat. When you click on it on Google Maps, you see that it's a halal restaurant and has probably been established since about 1943. If you saw the Jod Fairs video, then you already know that they like roti. They got the banana kind with Nutella, and that's what this restaurant specializes in. The menu is enormous, and they have both Indian and Thai specialties.
So I'll insert that clip.
Different kinds of food, but we ended up going for a place called Chester's, and we ended up going with some of their fish options, which of course seafood is halal. So I decided on this fish dinner that comes with salad, tartar sauce, and fries.
I don't actually like Foodie's plate. I like salads. It looks okay. It looks more presentable.
And Salah had a salmon and rice dish. So I had a fish square, which was like a giant fish stick, and it actually was pretty good with tartar sauce and fries. Salah said he really enjoyed the salmon, and
it looks nice. It looks really, really well presented on his plate. It looks yummy.
He's going to give us a bite. After lunch at the mall, we decided to go for a walk on the streets. We came across this cute dog that seemed to have a broken paw, but I'd imagine that veterinary care is very expensive for some of the population here.
Foodie's still trying to pretend that she gives a shit about animals. If it was her dog, she would have just chucked it into the boot and got it euthanized, but,
Now guys,
still trying to pretend like you care.
I got excited to film this squirrel because this is the first time I see one outside of the zoo. They are so cute actually and seem to love running along the electric wires on the streets.
Salah, is that all you've got to add?
Honestly, you
This is a 9-minute vlog.
can plan a whole day out, write out an itinerary, but sometimes the best adventures are just going out, period, and walking down the streets.
Well, not really, Foodie, because anybody can do that. Anybody can I can just go outside right now and walk along the street. It doesn't make it exciting, does it?
So many different things on
Anybody can do that. Anybody can get a camera and film the road and film a couple of plants.
the streets of Bangkok to discover different plants, different vendors, different parks. So
Yeah, but do you go to different vendors? Do you go to different parks? And even when you do go to different places, food places, recently you've just been having the same pad thai. So like, it's not like you've been and you know, Salah having like chicken dippers and chips. Like, it's not like you're really like pushing the boat and you're experimenting with different foods over there. It's just the same old stuff.
much. There's so much cultural diversity. It's so fun to
Yeah, which you never take the time to look for or seek out.
discover.
It's not cute, guys. It's not. You know, your super morbidly obese, death fat wife constantly getting fanned because she's like, you know, 6 feet away from a heart attack. That's not cute. It's not adorable. It's not a love language. It's not gonna cut it for immigration, Salah. So I don't know why you're so happy.
Eventually on our walk, we came upon the Santichai Prakarn Park. This beautiful green urban park of 3 meters in
I think they did this on different days.
size is such a nice area for some exercise and discovery.
But look at the waddle, though. Look at the way she has to kind of waddle to walk up those steps.
This beautiful green urban park of 3 meters in size is such a nice area for some exercise and discovery. It is also located
It
right
just looks so painful to move.
near Khalistan Road. In the middle of the park lies the towering Phra Subin Fort.
Yeah, I think this was on different days, like Sansa says.
This structure is one of the few remaining parts of the fortifications which were built when Bangkok first became the capital city of Thailand. Bangkok became the capital city of Thailand in 1782.
Quality content.
I love nature. I'm happy to see lots of plants and trees in this beautiful park. Just look at this impressive tree. It looks so old. I wonder how long it's been here for.
This tree was like propped up with these stands. It was cool. And if you're hoping to climb it, think again because there was a do not climb sign. Salah loves cooling me off with the fan. He's so sweet.
You know, it's funny that between this couple, there's really not much hand holding. There's no hugging. There's no like kissing on the cheek or anything like that. You know, there's no kind of banter. There's no kind of jokes between them. It's just Salah waving a fan in her face to make sure that she doesn't have a heat stroke. It's just so weird. So weird. Salah, I mean, I know that he prefers that, but they must realise how strange it looks from the outside looking in. Like, they don't, oh my God, they don't even hug. It's like, they don't even hug. I've seen friends have more chemistry on a holiday vlog than these two have, and they're supposed to be married.
So this is the Rama 8 bridge.
Like, and waving and putting a fan in your morbidly obese wife's face. That's not romantic. Like, oh my God.
It's a cable stayed bridge crossing
I'm just saying, I've seen friends have more chemistry.
the Chao Phraya River in Bangkok, Thailand. We saw these large mats of plant matter floating.
HelloFresh is the
Speaking of HelloFresh, there's probably still HelloFresh boxes left in the villa, don't you think?
River. It is most likely water hyacinth, which is a type of invasive weed that causes environmental damage as it grows at an exponential rate. It disrupts the habitat.
Right, so she's reading from a script. Like, oh, those fancy long words. She's reading from a script because there's no way that came out of her like fat laden, lard laden, crack laden, soaked in meth brain. No way.
Of aquatic wildlife and blocks canal routes by causing dams to form. So we saw some boats pass by while we were hanging out by the riverside and decided after we were done hanging out by the river to see if we could...
Okay, guys, 3-second rule. 3-second rule, okay.
Riverside and decided after we were done hanging out by the river...
Okay, here we go.
To see if we could find a dock and take a boat.
Yep, a 3-second rule. 3 seconds that she can lean her head on his shoulder, and that's it. 3 seconds, maybe 5, but 3 seconds, and then she has to get off.
Right ourselves.
That looks lovely.
On our way, we came across this beautiful structure. The
That looks beautiful.
architecture was quite amazing. We, if you haven't noticed, I'm sure you have, love to take selfies together in front of everything.
Yeah, but you never kiss or cuddle or anything. I mean, you won't even like hug her from behind. You won't rest on her or anything like that. There's no kind of wacky, romantic body language. Nothing is spontaneous.
And finally we made it to the dock. We are excited to try the boat ride here. We had to purchase tickets, by the way, but they were so cheap. It was only 32 bahts for the both of us. It means 16 bahts for each one.
Right, 32 baht. So that's $1.19 in Canadian and 88 cents, 88 dimes, 88 in US dollars. And there's a good reason for that, guys. I'm going to insert the clip. Sansa Cooks had said that they unintentionally, they took the wrong boat.
With a metro or a regular bus. So what they did was they purchased tickets for the water taxi instead of the tourist boat, which I think Foodie thought she was getting on. To give you a better idea of what I'm talking about, here's a map of all of the Chapraya River Express boat routes. Now think of these boats as water taxis, sort of like city buses but on the water, okay? There are different routes, orange, red, blue, yellow, and they all are designated by the flag on the back of the boat. The boat that Foodie and Salah got on had an orange flag, so they were on the orange route, not the blue route, which is the tourist boat. So missed opportunity number 2 in this entire video is that they got on the wrong boat. It would have been a lot less crowded for them had they taken the tourist boat, even though it was more expensive, because it's a boat designed for cruising just for tourists. If you've ever been in a big East Coast city like Boston, DC, or New York, then you know that there are things called hop-on, hop-off buses, and the tourist boat is just like that. You pay for the whole day, and you can get on and off at any stop. You can sit on the boat and listen to the little sightseeing recording, or you can get off and explore on your own. At 200 baht for the whole day, that's still quite a bargain for someone like Foodie who needs a seat, don't you think? So
They took a normal commuter boat instead of an actual tourist boat. And I'll insert the clips.
One of us to ride, which is incredible.
After waiting about 20 minutes for our boat to arrive, we had to go down to this floating dock and...
Okay, so tourist boats usually come every 30 minutes.
When I say floating, it was moving around a lot. First came this little boat, and I'm like, oh no, I hope that's not our boat. It's too small and hard to get into. But no, finally, a larger boat packed with people came ramming into the side of the dock, and it kind of shook the whole dock, and we had to hang on for dear life.
Okay, so this is it's got the orange flag at the tip.
And it kind of shook the whole dock, and we...
Okay, guys, so this is the blue and orange flag. Okay, so this is the blue and orange flag with the orange ring around it. So Sansa explains that this is a commuter boat. It's just a normal commuter boat. So people take boats a lot like taxis or trains or buses. So so my viewers are usually from the UK and States. So if you're in the States, then this would be like like the subway, like the subway, rather than like a tourist coach. So you would want a tourist coach, but it's like if you wanted a tourist coach, but you took the subway instead. That's kind of like how I can explain it. Or if you're in the UK. Okay, so if you're, I'll explain that. And then if you're in the UK, if you took like if you took like the underground, like an underground train for a commute, rather than like an Arriva coach. So they're just taking like a normal transport boat that people use to commute for work. That's how I can explain it. Right, yeah. And yeah, if you're in the US, you would take like an American travel coach and you decided to take the subway instead. That's how I can explain it. They took like a normal commuter, boat, which is just where people just travel for work. So it's not like they're going to really touristy what like they should have gone on. And I know I'm bungling this up, messing this up, but it's not like a proper tourist boat. So they never went to see any type of tourist attractions. They accidentally took the wrong boat.
We had to hang on for dear life. It was quite an experience, and it kind of made me a little dizzy, but whatever.
And it does remind you of like busy train stations and busy bus stations, and where people, or busy, where the taxis are gathering towards the hub, and every passenger is getting out. It's not a tourist attraction boat. And to be honest with you, I think they were just blinded by the price. It was so cheap that they didn't care.
Okay, yalla.
The fact that the boat staff had to physically move the boat closer to the dock so that one person, so that she could get onto it without any injury, so that she could get onto it safely, because she's like 3 times the size of an average Thai woman, is crazy. The fact that she went back home after this and got more takeaway, it blows my mind after this. And they're doing this for one person so that Foodie can get on there safely. Because she can't get on like the average person. And even after that, she needs Salah's assistance. He is her nursemaid. It is so sad. Jesus, just everything is stomach first. Fupa first.
Okay, good.
That was not funny, Salah. That's sad. And the person's looking at her in the distance with the white shirt on. Yeah, they had to move the whole boat just to accommodate you. And then he turns away as if to say, "What the fuck? I'm not looking. I'm not looking." Okay, so this is a normal commuter boat. This is not a tourist attraction boat, which is something that they should have been on, and it was actually quite cheap. Like the full day is like 200 baht. I'll insert the clips from Sansa. Everything is so difficult for her. I love that for you. You know, and none of these people, like, I'm guessing, consented to being filmed, but they're still filming them anyway.
You are probably wondering why the water is brown.
No.
Well, the Chao Phraya River is the main river in Thailand and also one of the most polluted. But that apparently has little effect on the color.
Sorry, guys. This is Sansa Cooks. This is the video that you need to watch. Foodie's Day of Missed Opportunities, the water taxi ride. Sansa Cooks. Okay? And that basically reveals that they took the wrong boat. This is a compilation of clips, and you know this boat was so cheap because it's basically a taxi boat, right?
Of the water. It's actually
And the halal food, everything.
more due to the effect of large influxes of rainwater and sediment. I'm not gonna lie, after all that walking, we were hoping to sit down and enjoy the boat ride, but
Yeah, because it's not a tourist ship.
it was too packed, but it was okay.
Yeah, because it's a commuter. It's a commuter bus. It's a commuter boat. And it's like, and that's pretty much it's the equivalent of the busy subway at 8 o'clock in the morning during rush hour when everybody's got a seat or everybody's standing up and you have to squeeze past a whole lot of people to get off the train or get off the bus because there's so many people, or you're stuck in a queue in a taxi. Like, this is like rush hour. This is probably rush hour, and that's why there's so many people cramming onto this boat and she can't get a seat. And even if people saw her, and it's funny that nobody even offered her a seat. Nobody was like, "Oh, madam, you're pregnant. Oh my God, let me take my seat. Take my seat." Like, nobody even did that, which is hilarious. Oh my God.
Leaning over the edge looking at the water was just as enjoyable.
And by the
And I do believe that they may have said, look, Salah may have told the boat staff, or she may have said to the boat staff, look, I'm pregnant and I can't really, walk properly. Can you bring the boat further in? Because what else can you say? She's really fat. and she just needs you to accommodate her. Pregnancy is a lot easier than just like telling the truth, or she could just be like rubbing her stomach and saying, "I have baby, please can you let me," because there's no way you can't get away with, I'm a glutton and I eat everything for feeders to make money. That's not a good enough reason for people to bend over backwards to help you. So I do agree with other reactors when they say that her and Salah may be playing the pregnancy card so that they can get better treatment.
way, the boat is considered as a very common method of public transportation here in Bangkok, so it's not used for tourism only.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you've taken a transportation boat. You haven't taken a tourist boat, which as tourists would be a good idea to do. All of this could have been cut out. All of this could have been cut out. This is ridiculous. More filler content so it gets to over the 8-minute mark. Oh, these are so dreadful. These vlogs are so dreadful. I might have to start doing more other Thai vlogs of other creators, because this is terrible. It's like, this is awful. Like, all they do is wave at each other, say hello, and he puts a fan in her face. I mean, they could have just, she could have just not put this one out there. And to top it all off, it's a boat ride. You're filming the most boring parts of the boat ride, and you've taken the wrong boat to top it off. She's doing potato face. All of this could have been cut out. Holding hands for the immigration. Oh God, Salah trying to be romantic by like stroking her shoulder. Oh dear. And oh my God, and pinches her like the pet dog. Actually, my mum has a dog, and I don't pinch its cheeks like that because it would just it would just bite me. So, but I wouldn't even think to pinch the cheeks of a pet, because that is just weird. Yeah, that's it. Make her cheeks even redder, Salah. God, how is that not irritating? How is that not irritating? Like, this is the thing. They share each other's drinks, right? She will sip his drink. She will take his drink and sip it. Her saliva is on that straw, and he will take the drink back and drink from it. So they're swapping saliva regularly, but he won't kiss her on the cheek. He won't kiss her on the hijab. He won't kiss her on a clothed shoulder. He will not kiss her on the hand, but he will pinch the shit out of her cheeks. Like any normal person would just swat them away if somebody tried to pinch your cheeks, because they're basically trolling you. It's like, you can't find more romantic behaviour than pinching somebody's cheeks. I mean, look how red her cheeks are. Her cheeks are as red as hell, and then you pinch her cheeks. Jesus Christ. And she, like... That's it, Salah. Stretch out her face even more. Jesus, it looks so irritating, and it looks so painful. I don't think he's deliberately like hurting her or anything, but it's just like, that's why her face is already red with rosacea. It's already super irritable due to high blood pressure and morbid obesity, and there you are pinching her cheeks. I mean, even if it's soft, how can she not be annoyed at this point? It's not cute at all. Any normal person would say, "Don't fucking do that to me again," or I'm going back to Canada.
Alright, we've arrived at the Payep Pier, and it's our turn to get off. I look nervous because I know our boat is about to slam into the dock, which is how they just do it around here, I guess.
Alright guys, we're gonna end the video here. It was a very nice experience taking the boat from...
But where are they going now? Like, where did they go after this?
dock to dock as a transportation. And for sure we're gonna have a seasick, but it's okay, we had fun. Right, babe?
Yeah, I feel a bit dizzy, but you know, we had to stand the whole time. It was very packed, but it was still a good experience overall.
I can feel you. Alright guys, thank you for coming with us, and see you in the next video.
Bye guys.
But it's like, where did you go? That's the equivalent of just filming yourself going on the subway and not filming where your destination. It's just so weird. Their couple vlogs are so weird. And I agree with Sansa that it's just a compilation of different days where they've gone places. And now she's having to split it up and divide it up for more content. So that she gets more hits, I'm guessing, so that she can pump out more videos. Where did they go after this? Where was your destination? Where did you go? Did you eventually go to a tourist spot? Did you go onto did you find a tourist boat? Did you go to a tourist spot? Did you go to another restaurant? Did you have lunch? Did you have lunch? Where did you go? Like, what was the point of filming that boat ride? It was just you stuck on a really cheap, crammed commuter boat that wasn't a tourist boat, and you were just staring at the brown water and waving in front of the camera. Like, why is this vlog so painfully boring? Where was your destination? Where were you going to? What did you do after this? Why didn't you include this in the same video? I have so many questions, and maybe after the next video Sansa will have the answers, because I'm so confused. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. If you like the clips from Sansa Cooks, so that's Sansa Cooks, COOKS, Sansa Cooks. If you like her content, like and subscribe, because her content is really informative, and her voice is really soothing and really calm as well. So if you like her stuff, like and subscribe, because she's a great creator. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening.